Ladies and gentlemen, and happy Sunday, happy blessed Sunday, of course. I'm doing this video so I can step out and go to church. Now, guys, we have always asked a question here. What is the best way to bring Kilonzo Musyoka to Azimio la Umoja? Because for Raila Odinga's presidential bid to get a huge support, I think he needs to work with Kilonzo Musyoka. I am on record on this channel saying that the strategy that Raila Odinga has been using of sending the 3 Ukambani governors to go and coerce Kilonzo Musyoka to join Azimio la Umoja might not bear fruits. This is because in the eyes of Kilonzo Musyoka, it looks like an insubordination. And it was time for Raila Odinga to put up a call and reach out directly to Kilonzo Musyoka. But I think my word is been vindicated. Because Mutula Kilonzo Jr., who is the Makueni senator, now eyeing the governor's seat there, while attending a burial ceremony, I think, there in Makueni, event that was attended by ODM Supremo, Secretary General Sifuna and Oparanya. He spoke out about how the push by 3 governors for Kilonzo to join Azimio might not bear fruits. I want you to listen to that bit here. Then when I come back, we shall delve more on this issue of Kilonzo Musyoka joining Azimio la Umoja.
Hii ngome ya Makueni inaitwa Wiper. Hii ngome. When it was in 2017, this is a place that delivered to NASA over 90%. Na ndio kwa sababu tunataka mtu heshimu hata kama tumenyamaza. Wewe Sifuna ukasema tusipatiwe pesa ya chama. Tumehangaika, ni sawa tu. Tuko sawa? Okay. Governors walikutana last week. Nataka niseme hapa mbele ya kanisa. Na kwa sababu mmenikasirisha. Mukasema mnataka Kilonzo aingie Azimio. Na mukasema Kilonzo anaitisha pesa 3 billion shillings. Nataka msimame hapa mtuambie ni lini Kilonzo aliitisha pesa, aliitisha nani na aliitisha wapi? Ene kumutu wasa hata inyu. Kilonzo ni mtu mtulivu. Hata hawezi kuinua kidole. And if you want Kilonzo to be in Azimio, why would you insult him? Wewe upara nyaenda uulize hiyo swali Raila Amolo Odinga. Kwa sababu hajapigia Kilonzo akamwambia ingia Azimio. Ametuma Charity, ametuma Mutula na ametuma Governor Kibwana. Waseme Kilonzo aingie Azimio. In fact, gazeti imeonyesha wakimvuta miguu na mikono. Wakimpeleka chama lazima. Ile neto uligazimio cha lazima. Atutaingia na fujo. Kaine mutavie. Kendo ne muendelie.
This strategy, I think, is not working. And I also took an issue with how the 3 governors actually mentioned about the money that was actually that Kilonzo Musyoka needed. The truth of the matter here is that in some of these negotiations, Kilonzo Musyoka have known the stakes are high for him to join Azimio la Umoja. And I don't want to trash the fact that he needed money. In fact, 80%, if I am to think of this, he might have asked for that money. But Raila Odinga then told Charity Ngilu that that is what Kilonzo Musyoka was asking for. And of course, this opens up a Pandora of thought. Do you think, like, for Musalia Mudavadi to join Kenya Kwanza, did money exchange hands? Most probably the answer is yes. Even now is the season, someone was saying it's the season of signing, and you sign the player depending to your cash, highest bidder. So Kilonzo Musyoka is sitting at the fence, waiting to join Azimio, but is trying to lay down some strategies. So the strategy of using the three governors is not working. Junior, Mutula Kilonzo Junior is saying that Raila haven't called Kalonzo. And that can be possible. Do you think Raila needs Kalonzo? Because the truth of the matter is Kilonzo Musyoka cannot join UDA. If he joins UDA, Raila will garner. Raila can snatch the votes from him. But if he remains on the ballot, he's going to take the Ukambani vote. And you know, in 2013 and 2017, these counties voted for Raila overwhelmingly. And it is a strong base that can be counted for. In my own opinion, I think this is what is still stopping this move. Kilonzo Musyoka wants to be the running mate. He wants, I think, if he's asking for the money, then he's not going to be the running mate. He's putting it this way, that if I'm not the running mate, then you need to pay me. But if he's to be given the running mate slot, then he won't be paid. Then the question here is, if they have equal rights at OKA, why is he negotiating for himself alone? Why not the OKA team talking about this? So one strategy to bring Kilonzo to Azimio, I think Uhuru should broker the deal. Because it seems when Raila makes the approach, it turns not to be a political approach, but it's a business venture. So when Uhuru makes the deal, I think Uhuru will have the convincing factor in terms of what exactly this can work out, how Kilonzo can strongly be in that deal. That is one thing that is happening. Secondly, Kilonzo Musyoka is still looking at the rebirth of BBI. I have to mention here that what scuttled Raila Odinga's initial plan was the BBI, because the BBI had the cure. It was very easy after winning the referendum with an expanded executive. He was going to form a campaign team, run with that for a general election, and that's how he will do it. But when it was stopped, I think things was a little bit disturbed. So if Kilonzo decides, if the BBI is revived, and then the hope is there that there can be an expanded executive that is put on law, then I can tell you Kilonzo can run to join Raila the next day. That is one thing that is making, he's feeling like these positions of prime minister, they might be in the negotiation, but they are not still in the constitution. So one thing that needs to do is to make sure that if BBI passes today and it brings the hope to an expanded executive, that's the best way to accommodate Kilonzo Musyoka. Another reason that Kilonzo have not joined, and that's one of the strategies that should be done, Kilonzo is still having ties with Jimmy Wanjigi. And I mentioned here that Jimmy Wanjigi's game plan was to block Kilonzo from working with Raila Odinga. And so the person that is making still the hardliner in this team, in this Kilonzo Musyoka's move, is Jimmy Wanjigi, even though he's not in the limelight. But I think Jimmy Wanjigi is telling him on the issue of the betrayal of the 2017. Because according to reports, there were that 2017, they agreed that Raila was not going to vie. So Jimmy Wanjigi is still putting it that, look here, if they're not going to give you money, they're going to cheat you, and so don't join there. So I see the hand of Jimmy Wanjigi in Kilonzo Musyoka's headlines, even though the talks are going on. But the way the foot soldiers are talking, something might be a miss. Another thing is Kalonzo Musyoka is going through what Cleophas Malala went through. The trap, the Mudavadi trap is what the trap that is being led to. This is the thing. Mutula Kilonzo Jr., the MPs in Wiper, and these other people seeking these other seats, they are not interested in him getting the presidency. The interest is them winning those elective seats. And I think that is what these senior politicians should always understand. That if you want to listen to these junior politicians are playing their constituency, county politics or ward politics. But you want to play national politics, then you accept to be a pushover by these small fellows. The Mutula Kilonzo Juniors have nothing to lose. One thing they want Kalonzo to remain the kingpin so that Kalonzo can campaign for them and they win those seats. They want Kalonzo to be a deciding factor in everything. They don't care. What they want is Kalonzo Musyoka to campaign for them and the party to be strong. And they know that for them to do that, you must put Kalonzo at the top of the pyramid. So I think he also needs to be very keen, because he mentioned and said, I think in an interview, that this time round is going to negotiate one-on-one. No emissaries, no intermediaries, no brokers. Just the same way he said there are no brokers, I think he should not listen to these other young leaders, even though they are on ground, but he should make his move, make his decision, then tell them. Not sit down and now listen to what they're saying, this other side. They're not interested in him getting a national seat. What they're interested in them getting their constituency and the governor's seats. So I think that is also one thing that is making it a little bit still difficult for Kalonzo Musyoka to join Azimio la Umoja. One of the things that is coming out that is still making it, is still stumbling this Kalonzo Musyoka's move to Azimio, is Martha Karua factor in OKA. When they joined OKA, they signed that agreement, and now all of them are equal partners. And there have been that rumors that, of course, Martha Karua was heading to Raila Odinga's running mate. He actually feels that he can get a backlash from his constituencies, from his Ukambani area, if he is not on the presidential ballot. It might look like he's shortchanged. So he must look for a route that will best pursue his interests and will still make him hold grip of what is happening, hold grip of the Ukambani region. Because he actually thinks that if he just makes the move, like what Mudavadi did, just make the move, go and don't consult and don't tell these people, it might be difficult. Like it's getting difficult for Mudavadi to go and explain to Western Kenya what he is doing in Kenya Kwanza. So I think the presence of Martha Karua, and over the weekend, there was a smoke. It was actually leaked that Kalonzo Musyoka wanted to name Martha Karua as the running mate on Wednesday this week. Of course, we're still following up on that story. So what exactly does this mean? What exactly does this mean? The Martha Karua factor, and I tell you that Martha Karua was sent in One Kenya Alliance to be groomed so that at the opportune time, if the matrix will favor her, she might be Raila Odinga's running mate. But as of things stand, I think she's also, her presence in One Kenya Alliance is also still is complicating the move for Kalonzo Musyoka to join One Kenya Alliance. Now, I have seen a photo of Raila, Charity Ngilu, and Kivutha Kibwana. I want to ask you a question. Do you think that is an option if Kalonzo maintains his headlines? Do you think that's an option? If they refuse, should Raila depend on these three other fellas and put them as principals? And can they deliver the Ukambani vote? Think about it. My understanding, in my opinion here is, so long as Kalonzo is on the ballot, the votes are going to be divided. I don't think Kalonzo can be on a ballot. Raila has the three governors. then Raila has more votes than Kalonzo. But the gist here is that team can be seen as a losing team or just a spoiler. So when they run with the narrative spoiler or a losing team, Raila can seize votes from Kalonzo on that side. But I don't think that is the best route to go for. But then what are your thoughts, guys?